1977 Pontiac Grand Prix. That is Firethorn Red. And by the way, this paint is been a repaint actually, and it's I believe just over a decade old. Some minor imperfections on it. We'll take a look at those. But this, of course, signified the end of the land yachts, right? Because in '78 they squared off that back end, gave it more of that G-body look. Bumper, pretty good shape. Now you will see some minor imperfections on here. Like I said, this is stuff that just happens with time. Cracks there in the bumper guard. Front end, overall, not bad. Classic emblem. And that long hood, right? This is a 350 car, by the way. Automatic transmission. Shifters on the column. Remember, if you have any questions, additional photos, head to our website, uniqueclassiccars.com, or feel free to give our sales associates a call at 507-386-1726. As we head down the passenger side, again, you'll see minor stuff. It's like, when I say minor, obviously it's visible, but it's not as deep as some of the other stuff I've seen on other cars, especially for a '77, right? So you'll find that along the way. Like I said, even though this is a repaint that is just over a decade old, I believe. Again, just minor imperfections. The rear bumper guard actually looks good. Sweep across the back here. Again, a few things here and there. By the way, if you're interested in having any of those things fixed, we have the guys that can do that for you. Overall, the car shows fairly well for the year. Like I said, one owner. And it's what really impressed me about this car is how most everything works. Let's take a quick peek inside here. Red cloth interior. Front seat has seat belts for 3. He did switch out the original speakers, but he has those available, by the way, as well. Take a look on the door panel here. Dash looks good. And as I mentioned, he did swap out the original stereo for this Alpine cassette. But the original, again, comes with the car, and so does the original speakers as well. But the AC blows cold. You know, it's been recharged. Pop in the glove box here. You'll find some of the original documentation. Again, any questions? You want to see more? uniqueclassiccars.com or call. Talk to one of our sales associates. They'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. 507-386-1726. Ready to get in? We're going to start it up, take a look at that 350 under the hood. And then Jason's gonna take it for a drive, and he's gonna bring you along. So you're gonna wanna stick around. All right, let's climb in, start it up. Pops right off. Really nice idle. That is a 350. I think the very base for this year was that 301, but this indeed is a 350 4-barrel. Looks good. Got the battery shut off. Sounds nice and slow. Take you around back here real quick. Really quiet on the exhaust. Wow. Get any questions? 507-386-1726 or visit us online at uniqueclassiccars.com. Bring this hood down. So there you have it. One of the last land yachts before they started to shrink them up. These just continue to grow in popularity, by the way. If you'd love to see more of this, and again, when you visit us on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, and we'll give you notifications when we put new vehicles up, which happens every single day. 1977 Pontiac Grand Prix. Jason's gonna take it for a drive, stick around. So there you have it, a 1977 Pontiac Grand Prix. The last of the big boats, right? I did not mention, so I'm going to now, brakes on this car 100% up front, and the rear were just replaced. So you're good to go on the brakes. Any questions? Again, 507-386-1726. Talk to one of our sales associates. And certainly visit us online at uniqueclassiccars.com and stick around because Jason's going to take it for a drive.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Jesus. Running on empty? Fuel up with us, George and Jeremy on Motorhood.
Jesus.
Tune in on YouTube where we dive into cars.
Who cares if it's hard on gas?
Our showroom.
One of 114
and beyond. New episodes every week, only on Motorhood.
Today, let's take a ride in a 1977 Pontiac Grand Prix, when Grand Prix were large and luxurious. This one, I don't know what you call it. It's kind of a burnt red, like a auburn. Nice red, inside and out. Carpets, seat, headliner, all a version of red. We got wood grain on the dash. Late 70s, you still had lots of wood grain. The AC's blowing cold in this car. Turn signal indicator is working. Of course, it's an automatic on the column, so it's easy to drive for anybody. Horn working. Cloth bench seat in front and in back. You're not going to stick to this seat at all, especially when the AC's blowing. Stereo working well.
Not having to attend our Monday morning sales meetings.
That is a vintage piece as well from Alpine, a cassette player with green digital numbers. I've not tested cassette, but FM is working as it should. Hood ornament prominently out on front of this car with GP emblazoned on it. Excellent power steering, luxurious ride. Wood grain on the door panels. Wood grain on the edges of the steering wheel. I just get a kick out of that. The 70s loved their wood grain. Sport mirrors on this car though, painted to match. Brakes are nice and smooth. And again, power steering nearly effortless. Luxurious in the corners. However, for such a big car in the late 70s, it corners nicely, doesn't lean over an excessive amount. Aimable round ducts for the AC. Nice to have in 77. Kind of a new thing, probably. Check out all the pictures of this 1977 Pontiac Grand Prix at uniqueclassiccars.com.